Our nation's #1 song from Mickelson Park here in New Hampton as the Vikings and the Chickasaws about ready to get things underway. New Hampton junior Cole McDonald, who has verbally committed to play baseball at the University of Iowa for Coach Rick Hiller, will get the start in this one, and he will face this Decorah lineup. Leading off, the shortstop, Colin Nimrod. Batting second in center field, Jake Hovden. Hitting third, the pitcher, Kyle Kane. Batting fourth at third base, Dustin Carey. Hitting fifth, the catcher, Austin Ashbacker. Batting sixth in left field, Cole Sweska. Hitting seventh at second base, Brady Dolly. Hitting eighth in right field, Brighton Meyer. And batting ninth will be the designated hitter, Sean Truan. Truan will bat for the first baseman, Aaron Severson. Cole McDonald, as we mentioned, getting the start. He is 1-0, 1 start, 7 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 2 walks, and 16 strikeouts. Opponents hitting 167 against him. It's a warm, overcast night. There is rain in the forecast here this evening, but hopefully we can get a couple of baseball games in prior to that. As Colin Nimrod stands from the right-hand side of the plate, we get going at 5:31, and Nimrod swings and fouls the first pitch off. No balls and 1 strike. Colin, thus far on the season, 4-10 with 4 of 10, I should say, with a double and 2 RBI. McDonald ready in the 0-1. Breaking ball outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Nathan Anderson in left, Tucker Tengi in center. And in right field is Connor Cleveland for the Chickasaws. Kyle Smith and Alex Troina on the left side of the infield. The 1-1 delivery is a ground ball towards the left side, picked up by Smith. He'll throw across the diamond, and the throw is in the dirt. Hop couldn't handle it over there at first base, so Nimrod will reach on the E5. Noah Eichenberger at second, Noah Hop at first, Connor Frericks behind the plate, and Cole McDonald on the hill. So Nimrod at first base with nobody out. And the best hitter on the squad to this point in the season, Jake Hovden, will bat. 1 on, nobody out, first inning, no score. Hovden 5 of 10 with a double and 3 RBIs. Hovden scoring to bunt, looks at the fastball high, 1 ball, no strikes. Bob Jacobson calling the balls and strikes. And Donnie DeLora working the base pass here tonight. 1 ball, no strikes, the count. Nimrod, a decent lead at first base, and McDonald will move over there to keep him honest. Series of signs from Coach Owen, the third base box. Hovden back into the right-hand batter's box. Smith will play up on the grass at third. McDonald squares and bunts up the third base line, does Hovden. Smith will pick it up, and this time he'll throw a strike over to Noah Hop at first base, so the sacrifice complete, 5-3. So Nimrod at second with nobody out, and Kyle Kane will try to help his own cause. Kane stole far with the stick, 4 of 10 with a double on the season. McDonald working out of the stretch. In his 2 career starts against Decorah, he has pitched in extra innings in both of them. Curveball swung on and missed by Kyle, no balls and 1 strike. He lost a game a year ago, 7 2/3, 7 hits, 4 runs, 2 earned, 3 walks, and 11 strikeouts, and he won 2 years ago in his previous start. The 0-1 delivery is fastball outside for 1 ball, 1 strike. 8 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 3 walks, and 7 strikeouts. As we mentioned, he's verbally committed to play baseball for Rick Hiller down at the University of Iowa. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. McDonald looks back at second, and the pitch swung on a little nubber up the first base side, foul. And it's 1-2 in the pitcher against pitcher matchup between McDonald and Kane. This New Hampton squad has to be one of the favorites in the Northeast Iowa Conference. You'd have to say them and Waverly would be the teams to beat at least on paper, heading into the season as we open up conference play tonight. McDonald steps off the rubber, and Nimrod back to the bag. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 down. Stretch a look back at second. A second look at second, and the 1-2 delivery is a breaking ball outside for 2 balls, 2 strikes now on Kyle Keene. Dustin Carey, the batter, on deck. McDonald in for the sign from Frericks. He'll come set. He'll look back at second, and the 2-2 delivery, a fastball taken down Broadway for strike 3. So 2 down and a runner at second. And the batter will be Dustin Carey in a scoreless game, top of the first. Dustin 2 for 10 thus far with a double and 3 RBIs. Right-hand hitter with the open stance. McDonald likes his sign from Frericks. He'll look back at second in the pitch. Curveball missing outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Nimrod, the runner at second, reached on an error. Hovden sacrificed him to second, and then Keene struck out. The 1-0 delivery, fastball caught the outside edge, taken for strike 1. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Overcast skies here in New Hampton, threatening weather, but we're underway with baseball. The 1-1 delivery swung on and missed. That's a beauty of a deuce from Cole McDonald, and it's 1-2. Cole, the son of Corey McDonald, the head coach of the New Hampton Chickasaws. 1 ball, 2 strikes. McDonald comes set in the 1-2 delivery. A little nubber up the third base side foul towards the third base Decorah dugout, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes yet on Carey. One ball, 2 strikes. The pause, and the 1-2 delivery swung on, and a foul ball as Carey fought off a curve that time from McDonald. That breaking ball up a little bit more in the zone than probably Cole wanted it to be. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch, outside corner, taken for strike 3. So no runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 left. We head to the bottom of the first inning. It's Decorah 0, and New Hampton coming to bat. And New Hampton will bat this way. Leading off will be the pitcher, Cole McDonald. Batting second in right field, Connor Cleveland. Hitting third in center field, Tucker Tengi. Batting fourth, the shortstop, Alex Troina. Hitting fifth, the catcher, Connor Frericks. Hitting sixth at third base is Kyle Smith. Hitting seventh at first base, Noah Hopp. Hitting eighth at second base, Noah Eichenberger. And batting ninth in center field is Nathan Anderson. And that lineup will face Kyle Keene. Keene was an 8-2 pitcher a year ago, but lost his opening outing at Mason City on Thursday night. Mason City beat him in that game by a 6-3 margin. Keene threw 5 of the third innings, gave up 8 hits, 6 runs, 4 earned, 2 walks, and 1 strikeout. The last time he faced the Chickasaws was in Game 2 of the opening doubleheader last year. He gave up 9 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 1 walk, and 8 strikeouts. Decorah defensively, Cole Sweska, Jake Hovden, and Brighton Meyer left to right in the outfield. Dustin Carey will be at third. Colin Nimrod at short. At second base is Brady Dowling, and at first base is Aaron Severson. Austin Ashbacker will be behind the plate, and Kyle Keene will be on the hill. New Hampton with 4 wins to start the season. Decorah with a 1-2 start to start the season, as Cole McDonald will start things here in the bottom of the first inning. McDonald with the stick this year is .385, 5 for 13 start with a double and an RBI. The right-hand thrower bats from the left-hand side. And he'll start things against Kyle Keene here in the bottom of the first inning. The senior right-hander for Decorah with the first offering high and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Kane walked 2, we mentioned in that opening outing. That's something that only happened once in 11 starts last year. As the pitch goes high, it's 2 balls, no strikes on Cole McDonald. Start of a busy week of baseball for the Vikes. 7 total games this week. 2-0, fastball for a strike, and it's 2-1. South wind comes to town tomorrow night. Day off Thursday. Travel to Cresco for a doubleheader on Friday, and then the Decorah round-robin tournament on Saturday. Pitch outside is 3 balls, 1 strike in the pitcher against pitcher matchup to start things here in the bottom of the first. No score, bottom of the first inning. 3-1 coming from Kane, and here's a roller out into right field and a base hit. McDonald waited back on the breaking ball well, and McDonald becomes the first base runner for New Hampton. Decorah got their leadoff runner on in the top of the first inning, but couldn't make anything of it. Runner at first, nobody out. Connor Cleveland to the plate for the Chickasaws. No score, bottom of the first inning. Cleveland 4 for 12 with 2 RBIs, no extra base hits to this point. The stretch and the pitch as Cleveland bunts up the third base side and does so foul. It is no balls and 1 strike. Cleveland another left-hand hitter against the right-hander Kane. Couple of steps off the bag at first base is McDonald. Kane comes set, looks over there. And the pitch to Cleveland is bunted in front of the plate. Ashbacker will make the play and throw into first base, and the throw goes into right field. And up to third base will come Cole McDonald. Cleveland will stay put at first. And the Chickasaws have him at the corners with nobody out. So a sacrifice and an error too, and another defensive miscue for Decorah. They're averaging 4 a game in the first 3 games of the season, and you're not going to beat anybody doing that. First and third, nobody out. Tucker Tengi to the plate, scoreless game here in the first. Kane comes set, and the pitch swung on a fly ball into left field. Retreating is Sweska. He will make the catch. Tagging at third is McDonald. He will score. Cleveland stays put at first base, 1-0 New Hampton. Tengi with the sacrifice fly to left to score McDonald with the unearned run. Tengi already with 10 RBI for the Chickasaws. Runner at first, 1 in, 1 down. And Alex Troina, the batter for New Hampton, in a 1-0 ball game, and a curveball in there for a strike. It's 0-1 to Troina. Troina 4 for 14, a double, a home run, and 7 RBI to start the season for New Hampton. The 0-1 delivery, ground ball foul past Coach McDonald in the third base box, so it's no balls, 2 strikes from Keene to Troina. With a little bit of defensive help, a case of getting them on, getting them over, and getting them in. Here in the bottom of the first inning for the Chickasaws. No balls, 2 strikes. Kane comes set, 0-2 delivery, curveball missing outside. And it's 1-2. Cleveland leads 3 strides at first base. Kane comes set. A look over there, the 1-2 delivery. Curveball taken on the outside corner for Troina. And Troina down on strikes. First strikeout for Kyle Kane, and the second out here in the bottom of the first inning. 2 down, 1 in, 1 on. 1-0 lead for New Hampton. Connor Frericks on the season is 2 for 9 with 2 RBI. Frericks bats from the right-hand side of the plate, and a curveball taken for a strike. It's 0-1.
2 down, bottom of the first.
Connor, part of a medaling shuttle hurdle relay team for the Chickasaws for the second year in a row at the state track meet this year. Third year in a row. Fastball inside corner for a strike, 0-2. Nice to see family members keeping track of the younger ones' accomplishments as well. No balls, 2 strikes to count, the stretch. And the 0-2 delivery, curveball outside, runner goes, throw down to second base in time as Connor Cleveland thrown out by Austin Ashbacker with Brady Dolly taking the throw. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, nobody left. We head to the second inning. It is a 1-0 lead for New Hampton. Welcome back to New Hampton. Chickasaws lead at 1-0. A Cole McDonald single. Connor Cleveland sacrifice got him to second. Error moves him up to third. And a sacrifice fly from Tucker Tangy brings him home. We'll have more Viking baseball on the air tomorrow night. It's the Olensack Field home opener, as Decorah will take on Southwind. Probably should be a team that should contend for the Upper Iowa Conference title this year. We'll have that for you at 7:20 tomorrow night, right here on AM 1240 KDEC and at KDECradio.net. Austin Ashbacker will lead things off here in the top of the second inning. Austin 3 for 11 on the season with a double, a triple, and 2 RBI. Of course, that triple is a little bit with an asterisk as a curveball hits Austin in the upper left arm. So Ashbacker will reach to start things here in the second inning. And we'll see if Decorah will get a courtesy runner. They will in the person of Bryce Pierce. Pierce will run for the baby bull at first base, and Cole Sweska will be the batter. He's 3 for 9 on the season. 1 on, nobody out. Second inning, 1-0 New Hampton. And a series of signs from Coach O in the third base box. Smith will play 2 steps in front of the bag at third. Hop holds the runner on at first. Fastball outside from McDonald. 1 ball, no strikes as Sweska was squaring to bunt. Smith now fully up on the grass at third. Hop continues to hold the runner at first. Sweska squares to bunt, drops the head of the bat, fouls it straight back and out of play over our heads in the press box directly behind home plate. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Smith still up on the grass at third. McDonald comes set, and a move to first base will send Pierce back diving to the bag. Pierce a couple of steps off the bag at first. McDonald comes set, and the pitch to Cole, bunted foul up the first base side. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. That was a pitch that was borderline perhaps out of the zone. That's something Decorah was doing quite a bit the other night, trying to move runners up against the Keyhawks. And we heard Coach O talk about that in the pregame show. There's that fine line between doing what is asked of you, but not being too proud to take a walk. 1-2 delivery, fastball up to Sweska, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Of course, with a kid with the velocity that McDonald throws with, again, it's easier said than done. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. The stretch by McDonald, and the 2-2 to Sweska, swinging a foul at the plate as Sweska got a piece of it, and it hit him while he was in the box. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count on Cole Sweska. Pierce away from first base. McDonald pauses and now steps off the rubber. Pierce away from first base. 2-2 coming to Sweska. Fastball low outside. Backhand stop by Frericks behind the plate. And a 3-ball, 2-strike count now. Pierce 3 steps off the bag at first. Held on there by Logan Hop, and a move over there, or Noah Hop, I should say, and move to first base, and back to the bag diving is Pierce. 3-2 the count on Cole Sweska. Stretch by McDonald. Runner stays put. 3-2 ground ball towards second. Eichenberger goes to Troyne at short for 1. Return throw to first, not in time. Fielder's choice 4-6. Pierce, the courtesy runner, a race for the first out here in the second inning. So a runner at first base and nobody out. The batter, Brady Dowley, in a 1-0 New Hampton lead here in the second. Dowley 1 for 5 thus far on the season. Pitch to Dowley is just missed outside and low. 1 ball, no strikes. Stretch and move to first base. Sweska back to the bag diving. Sweska had a couple of steals Friday night against Keyhigh. Obviously with some pretty good wheels over there at first base. Another move to first base, and Sweska back to the bag diving once again. 1-0 New Hampton on the sacrifice fly by Tucker Tangy in the bottom of the first inning. McDonald ready 1-0. Swing and a foul into the tree above the dugout on the first base side, occupied by New Hampton. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Sweska away from first. 1-1 to Dowley. Swung on a ground ball foul towards the third base coach's box. Coach O bends over and fields the multi-hop ground ball, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes on Dowley. Three-step lead at first base by Sweska. McDonald pitch thrown low, throw down to second base as Sweska goes, and the throw is too high. Sweska in scoring position after the stolen base. And Dowley now will bat with the runner in scoring position and 1 down. This has not been an effective situation up and down the order for Decorah in the first 3 games of the year. 2-2 from McDonald. Swung on and missed at a pitch in the dirt. It got away from Frericks. He finally finds the ball. He'll throw to first base, but Dowley reaches. A strikeout and a wild pitch. Dowley didn't immediately go, but since first base was unoccupied, the drop third strike rule in play, and Dowley able to reach despite the third strikeout for Cole McDonald. Now Brighton Meyer will look for his first hit of the season. 1-0 New Hampton, top of the second. 1 down and runners at first and second. The pitch to Brighton is a strike over the outside edge. It is no balls, 1 strike. Brighton, the senior right fielder, starting his second game of the year. Saw spot time in the other 2 non-starts. And the pitch, curveball, that one goes up. It is 1 ball, 1 strike on Brighton Meyer. So the Vikes with an opportunity here, thanks to a drop third strike. 1-1 in the pitch. Swinging a foul back to the screen. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes as McDonald well ahead. Sweska away from second and Dolly away from first. 1-2, swinging a fly ball towards right field. Retreating is Connor Cleveland. He will make the catch. Tagging at second is Sweska. He will try to go to third. Now Dolly caught between first and second, trying to get in a rundown. Hop will chase him back to second, trying to go to Troina. Troina will tag him out for the third out of the inning. So a fly ball to right. Sweska tagged up. Dolly was playing it halfway and ended up getting about 60% of the way towards second base. The throw was cut off, and Dolly was caught in a rundown. 9-4-3-6 on the putout. And out of all that, no runs, no hits, no errors, one left. We head to the bottom of the second inning. It's 1-0 New Hampton. Bottom of the second inning we go, a 1-0 lead for New Hampton. A Tucker Tenge sacrifice fly in the bottom of the first inning scored Cole McDonald with the initial run of the game. The batter will be Connor Frericks. He was at the plate when Connor Cleveland was caught stealing in the first inning. A check swing and a foul off the bat of Frericks. It is no balls and one strike. Pitch from Kane, missing outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Connor, 333 on the season, 4 for 12 with 2 RBIs. He'll take a strike on a breaking ball, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cloudy, overcast skies, but no signs of rain yet. Radar not looking promising, though. The pitch goes high. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes to count on Connor Frericks. Two-two. Curveball got him in the back. Second hit by pitch is Frericks will make his way down to first base. Frericks at first, nobody out. Kyle Smith will be the batter. He's been tearing the cover off the ball in the first 4 games of the year. 7 for 14, a home run, and 12 RBI. Not a bad 4-game total. Carey is up on the grass at third as Kyle Smith will look at a strike, 0-1. Interesting call here for Coach McDonald. Do you add on or run the small ball way, or do you let your top RBI producer try to start a big inning here? Frericks at first base, the stretch. The runner goes, pitch taken high. Ashbacker the throw down to second base. He one-hops the throw. Nimrod can't hang on. Frericks will steal second base. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count on Kyle Smith. And Connor Frericks now 2 for 2 in the stolen base column. That is the 18th stolen base already for the Chickasaws. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. That one taken low and in the dirt. It is 2 balls, 1 strike on Kyle Smith. So Kane allowed the first runner to reach in the bout of the first inning. Chickasaws brought that guy around to score. Frericks on to start things here in the second inning as Kane whirls and throws back to second, and Frericks back to the bag. Diving, getting the white and red jersey a little dirty. The right-hand hitter up, Dolly paying attention to him at second. 2 balls, 1 strike to count on Kyle Smith. A pause from Kane, 3 looks at second base. The 2-1 delivery to Smith is a breaking ball inside. And now Kyle trails in the count, 3 balls and 1 strike. Kyle Kane trailing Kyle Smith. Kyle comes set, a look back at second. The 3-1 to Smith, ground ball towards short. Nimrod fields on 3 hops and throws on to first base to retire Smith, holding Frericks at second base in the process. There's 1 down. Frericks at second, 1 down. Noah Hop, the batter for New Hampton. A 1-0 lead for the Chickasaws here in the bottom of the second inning. Hop 8 for 12. No extra base hits, but 3 RBI on the season. Logan, a left-hand hitter against Kane. The pitch goes low. It is 1 ball, no strikes. Frericks away from second. Kane gets the sign from Ashbacker. Kyle comes set. 3 looks at second base. 1-0 delivery. Ground ball towards short. Nimrod will pick it up. He'll fire on to first base to retire Hop with Frericks moving up to third. He'll be there with 2 down. 2 down and a runner at third. And Noah Eichenberger will try to get a 2-out hit for New Hampton. Eichenberger 1 for 10 with 2 RBI on the season. Kane delivers, working out of the stretch with the runner at third and 2 down. The pitch goes high. It's 1 ball, no strikes. So far in the 4 games this year, Decorah has given up 23 runs. 17 of them have come with 2 outs. Here's ground ball foul. 1 ball, 1 strike, and that's way too high of a total. If you're going to be successful, you have to find a way to finish out those innings. And of course, in the small game sample, that stat can be a little skewed. The 10-run first inning that the Keyhawks had the other night all came with 2 outs. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. Curveball taken low. It is 2 balls, 1 strike on Eichenberger. This is Vikings Radio 1240, KDEC and KDECradio.net, Decorah. Darren Swenson from Michelson Park here in New Hampton. The pitch, ground ball towards short. Nimrod will charge back and he'll throw on the run and get Eichenberger at first base. And that's that for the second inning. A hit by pitch, but nothing else. We head to the third. It's New Hampton 1 and Decorah nothing. 9-1 and 2 due here in the top of the third inning for Decorah against Cole McDonald, who has given up 0 hits. He's hit a man. He struck out 3. He's walked nobody. The other Decorah base runner reached on an error. So only 1 hit in the ball game. There's been an error aside, and the stat that counts has New Hampton leading by a 1-0 margin. Cloudy overcast night here in New Hampton, first of a scheduled doubleheader. Darren Swenson with you, and we're happy you're wherever you are tonight. And Sean Truan will lead things off here in the third. Truan 0 for 6 on the season. He's DHing for the first baseman Aaron Severson tonight. And McDonald's first offering is swung on, popped up, straight back foul, and that one going to land over our heads and out of play. No balls, 1 strike. New press box facility here at New Hampton. They had it completed in time to host the postseason and sub-state play last year. 0-1 outside corner taken for strike 2. And it's no balls, 2 strikes on Sean Truant. Over the last 10-15 years, this is by far the most improved facility in the conference. The 0-2 swung on and missed at a fastball. A good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Truant. And that's the 4 strikeout for Cole McDonald. 1 down, nobody on for Colin Nimrod, one of 2 base runners for Decorah to this point, or one of 3 base runners for Decorah to this point. He reached on an error in the first, 0 for 1. 1-0 New Hampton as we play the top half of the third. And the pitch, curveball outside edge, taken for strike 1. It's no balls, 1 strike on Colin Nimrod. Cole McDonald ready in the 0-1 offering. Check swing, did he go? A look down to first base, and Donnie DeLora says nothing. No official appeal was asked for. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike. McDonald ready, 1-1, swinging a foul back. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Landon Ashbacker once again in the first base coaching box for Decorah. Actually gave him a jersey tonight. He must have done all right on Friday night in his trial run. 1-2 delivery, fastball outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. As long as his beard keeps the mosquitoes away, who cares? 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. Pitch swung on a ground ball towards second. Eichenberger makes the play. Easy toss over to first base. It wasn't a perfect toss, but Hop had the footwork and the coordination to make the catch and the put out. And quickly 2 up, 2 down here in the third. Jake Hovden will be the battery sacrificed to runner-up in the first, so no official at bat yet. 1-0 New Hampton. A Tucker Tenge sacrifice fly in the first inning has been the difference to this point. First pitch out of the zone to Hovden, 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 delivery, fastball straight down Broadway for a strike, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. McDonald with 4 strikeouts the first time through the order against Decorah. 1-1 from McDonald. Swung on at a ground ball towards short and Troina. He'll pick it up. He'll fire over to first base. Beating it out is Hovden. Troina elected to play the long hop instead of the in-between hop. And Jake, a pretty quick kid, hustles down the line and gets Decorah's first base hit. Hovden at first, 2 down. Kyle Kane will try to help his own cause. He struck out looking in the first 0 for 1. 1-0 New Hampton. We play the top of the third. Pitch to Kyle, swung on and a ground ball towards third. Playing the long hop is Kyle Smith. He'll throw on to first base to get Kane by a step and a half. And the side is out here in the third. 1 hit, 1 left. Vikes have left 3 through 3. End of 2.5. It is Decorah trailing New Hampton 1-0. Bottom of the third inning. Good time to check the rest of the schedule for the week here on Vikings Radio 1240 KDEC. We'll have 1 more scheduled to go tonight between Decorah and New Hampton in baseball. We'll have more baseball on the air tomorrow night as the Southwind Warriors take on the Decorah Vikings in the home opener. Pre-game 7:20 for that one tomorrow night. Then Thursday night we'll have Northeast Iowa Conference softball as Decorah will take on Owine from Decorah. Doubleheader that night at 5:50, and then Friday night it'll be Decorah at Cresco in a baseball doubleheader beginning at 5:20. So that's the rest of the week. You can catch them all online as well at kdecradio.net. Nathan Anderson leading things off here in the third inning. He'll look at a strike, 0-1. The junior is 0 for 10 with 2 runs scored and 3 RBI on the season. 0-1 delivery, pitch in there for a strike once again, and it snowballs 2 strikes. Nathan, a 2-time place winner in the shuttle hurdle relay. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Kane kicks and deals, 0-2 delivery, curveball outside for 1 ball, 2 strikes. Knew all those track notes I have would help out eventually. Nobody on, nobody out here in the third. A 1-0 lead for New Hampton, a single tally in the first inning. 1-2 from Kane, curveball just missed outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. McDonald and Cleveland to follow here in the third. Kane ready, 2-2 delivery, swung on and missed, took a little something off, and Anderson out in front. Kyle gets his second strikeout, 1 down here in the third. We've yet to have a walk in this game, and Cole McDonald, who has the only hit first time through the order for New Hampton, he singled and scored in the first. We'll look at the first one high, 1 ball, no strikes. McDonald singled that inning. Connor Cleveland sacrificed him to second, and a throwing error got him to third, and Tenge's sacrifice fly got him home. Pitch goes low, 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 the count with 1 down. 2-0, fastball in there for a strike. 2-1. Curveball grounded towards short. Colin Nimrod to his left. He'll pick it up and fire a strike to Aaron Severson at first base for the second out here in the third inning. So Callan, who had a tough night defensively on Friday night, but who didn't for Decorah, has fielded 4 balls cleanly here in the first 3 innings of this one. Connor Cleveland, who sacrificed a runner-up in the first inning, will bat with 2 down and nobody on. Pitch goes high, 1 ball, no strikes. Connor, a state runner-up in wrestling, was the runner-up in Class 2A at 106 this year, but spends his summers playing baseball. The 1-0 ground ball toward short, and Colin Nimrod once again. He'll fire over to first base, and Cleveland retired, and the side down in order here in the third. 3 up, 3 down. We head to the fourth. It is 1-0 New Hampton. Middle third of the order due for Decorah here in the fourth inning. A 1-0 lead for New Hampton. Dustin Carey struck out looking to end the first 0 for 1. First pitch swung on and missed at a curveball in the dirt. No balls, 1 strike. Cole McDonald had been everything as advertised to this point. No walks, 4 strikeouts. He's only given up 1 hit through 3 innings, and he's about to toss his 47th pitch of the ball game. The curveball taken low again, and it is 1 ball, 1 strike on Carey. Dustin struggling a bit to start the season with the stick. He's 2 for 11 at this point. 1-1. Swinging a ground ball towards short. Troina to his right a couple of steps. He'll throw on to first base to retire Carey. 1 down here in the fourth inning. So 1 down for Austin Ashbacker. A 1-0 New Hampton lead here in the fourth. Baby Bull was hit by a pitch in the second. He's been one of only 4 base runners for Decorah in the first 13 batters of the game. Only 1 has reached via a base hit. The pitch goes low and outside on the breaking ball from Ashbacker. It's 1 ball, no strikes. McDonald ready. Kicks and deals with the 1-0. That one catches the corner, outside edge. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. McDonald ready, 1-1. Ground ball to the left side. Fielded on 3 hops by Kyle Smith at third. He'll throw across the diamond to retire Ashbacker, and quickly 2 up, 2 down here in the third inning. Sixth ground ball out of the 11 recorded by Cole McDonald. 2 down, nobody on, as Cole Sweska will bat. Reached on a fielder's choice in the second, and McDonald starts him with the strike. 0-1. McDonald ready, 0-1. Curveball low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Opening night of conference baseball, New Hampton, one of the league favorites this year. Curveball low and in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. McDonald ready, 2-1. Swung on and missed. And it's 2-2. The other conference games tonight, Crestwood at Charles City and Walk-On at Waverly Shellrock. Deuce is wild, and the pitch to Sweska. Ground ball rolls up the middle. It hits the mound. It's fielded at short by Troina. He'll throw on to first base, and that's that for the fourth inning. And for the first time in 25 plate appearances this year, Decorah goes down in order. 3 up, 3 down. We head to the bottom of the fourth inning. It is 1-0 New Hampton. Bottom of the fourth inning we go. It's a 1-0 lead for New Hampton. A Tucker Tengi sacrifice fly to score Cole McDonald in the first inning. has been the only score to this point. Kyle Kane hasn't been too bad. Struck out 2, hit 1, hasn't walked anybody, and has only given up 1 hit through the 3 innings, and he's thrown 40 pitches. So you can't fault Kyle's effort to this point, as the first pitch is in there for a strike to Tucker Tengi with the lone RBI of the game, a sacrifice fly back in the first. Pitch inside. 1 ball, 1 strike to count on Tengi. Troina and Connor Frericks to follow here in the fourth. 1-1 delivery. Curveball taken up. It's 2 balls, 1 strike from Kane. Kyle ready. 2-1 offering. Swung on, hit well down the left field line, and it's a foul ball. Thought that might have caught some chalk up the third base side, but apparently a vocal bark of foul from Bob Jacobson. Didn't see any arms up. But everyone stopped their action. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Swinging a pop-up right field, angling towards the line is Brighton Meyer. He's into foul ground. He dives, and he can't quite get there near the Chickasaw bullpen. Up the right side. Heck of an effort by Brighton out at right field, but Tengi will get new life. Update from the softball game up at Crestwood tonight. Decorah and Crestwood 0-0, top of the fourth. 2-2 delivery, sails high for 3 balls, 2 strikes now on Tengi. First full count from Kyle Kane tonight. The 3-2 delivery is low for ball 4. First walk of the game either side. Third time in 4 frames that the Chickasaws have gotten their leadoff runner on. And the batter will be Alex Troina, who struck out looking in the first 0 for 1. 1-0 New Hampton. We play the bottom of the 4th inning. On a warm yet overcast night here in New Hampton. Kane comes set. Runner bluffs going. Pitch taken low. 1 ball, no strikes. Kane, a 1-1 career record against New Hampton. He did beat them 2 years ago in the district final that was played up at Waukon. Kane steps off the rubber, and back to the bag standing is Tengi. Of course, New Hampton going to be a 2A baseball team again this year after dropping down to 2A last year. 1-0, runner bluffs going, ground ball towards third. It's underneath the glove of Carrion out into left field. So first and second with nobody out on the E5. Dustin just having a tough time over at third base this year. He had an awful defensive night the other night. And sometimes when you're struggling with the glove as much as you are, you tend to press instead of just having confidence in your own ability at third base. So first and second with nobody out, and Connor Frericks to the plate. He bunts and fouls it off. No balls, 1 strike. Frericks hit by a pitch in the second inning. This is the second time in the inning, or in the game, that the Chickasaws have had multiple runners on in the inning. Bunt right in front of the plate. Kyle Kane picks it up, throws on to first base with Dolly covering, and sacrifice complete. 1-4. Tengi up to third. Troina to second. Chickasaw RBI leader Kyle Smith to the plate. Smith grounded to short his first time up in the second, 0 for 1. He has 12 RBI in the first 4 games of the season. 1-0 New Hampton as the pitch low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Ashbacker moves to his right to get the body in front of that offering. One ball, no strikes, the count on Kyle Smith. The curveball missing inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Away from third, Tengi. Away from second is Troina. The 2-0 delivery. Fastball in the dirt. Now it's 3 balls, no strikes. With first base open, you don't have to give in to Smith, but Hop, a tough customer at the plate. 8 for 13 on the season. 3-0 taking all the way, and it's a strike to Kyle Smith. And it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Tangy away from third, Troina away from second. Kane in for the side from Ashbacker, comes set, and the 3-1 delivery, ground ball towards third and foul, so 3 balls, 2 strikes now. The count on the Chickasaw RBI leader. Tangy third and Troina at second. Kyle comes set, and he'll step off the rubber. The runner at second base, perhaps Ashbacker and Keene using a new series of signs. 3-2, curveball swung on, popped up, right center field, angling over is Brighton Meyer. He will make the catch in deep right center. Tagging at third is Tangy. He will score. Troina will move up to third. Chickasaws get a crooked number on the board, and it's a 2-0 lead for New Hampton. 13th RBI of the season for Kyle Smith. 2 down and a runner at third. And here's Coach McDonald coming down and reporting a change to Bob Jacobson. It'll be Tanner Knowlton running for Alex Troina at third base. Runner at third and 2 down, bottom of the 4th inning. And the Chickasaws now leading by a 2-0 margin. They've had multiple base runners on twice tonight, and they've scored in both those frames. And a base hit up the middle off the bat of Hop. Knowlton will score to make it 3-0 and another 2-out run against Decorah. 18 of the 25 runs Decorah has given up in the 4 games to this point have come with 2 outs. Hop, the runner at first, 2 in, 2 down, and Noah Eichenberger will be the batter. Eichenberger will look at the first one high from Kyle. 1 ball, no strikes. That hit by Hop, the first hit New Hampton has gotten since McDonald leading off the game.
1-0 New Hampton.
1-0 delivery. Pitch taken low. It is 2 balls, no strikes on Eichenberger.
First game over there, end of 2. I'll be over there to cover the second game.
2-0. In there for a strike. It is 2 balls, 1 strike to count.
2 runs here in the 4th for the Chickasaws. Walk and hit.
Hop a lead at first. Kane comes set 2-1. Hit towards second. Knocked down there by Brady Dowley. He'll throw on to Severson at first, and that's that for the 4th inning. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left, 4 complete. Chickasaws lead it. Correction, it's 2 runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left. 4 complete. It's 3-0 New Hampton. After 4 innings of 1-hit shutout baseball, Cole McDonald going to get lifted. McDonald will be relieved by Alex Troina. And it appears McDonald will move to shortstop. So that's one of the reasons that Troina was ran for in the bottom half of the fourth inning, to get him warmed up down in the bullpen. And Troina ready to go. Troina, the sophomore, making his second appearance, his first out of the bullpen, 1-0, 4.20 ERA. Opponents only hitting .118 against him. 5 innings, 2 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts. Brady Dolly will be the first man that will greet him, and the first pitch goes high. 1 ball, no strikes. Dolly struck out, but reached on a wild pitch in the second. 1-0, curveball for a strike. It's 1-1. Update from softball. Decorah and Crestwood 0-0 going to the 5th. 1-1, swing and a foul at the plate. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes now. One ball, 2 strikes on Brady as the pitch blown outside from Troina. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. McDonald has gone 4, so if the Chickasaws keep the lead, he would be eligible for the win. The 2-2, swinging a pop-up foul, first base side, and out of play. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes on Brady Dolly. He is scheduled to be followed by Brighton Meyer and Sean Truin. Fastball up to Dolly. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes. 3-2, blowing outside for ball 4. So Troina does something that Cole McDonald did not do in his first 4 innings. And that's walk a Viking batter. That is the 3rd time in 5 frames the Vikes have gotten their leadoff runner on, but they have failed to do anything with it. Only 1 runner has reached 3rd base as Troina moves over to first base, and back to the bag diving is Brady Dolly. Brighton Meyer flew out to right his first time up in the 2nd. 0 for 1. Brighton still looking for his first hit this year. He's 0 for 6. The pitch. That one up. 1 ball, no strikes. Stretch, 1-0. High again, 2 balls, no strikes. Dolly 3 steps off the bag at first base, held on there by Hop. 2-0 coming to Brighton is a fastball outside. 3 balls, no strikes. So 11 pitches from Troina, and 7 have been out of the zone. Meyer taking all the way for strike 1. As it's 3 balls, 1 strike now to Brighton Meyer. 3-1 delivery, up for ball 4. So back-to-back walks to start things here in the 5th inning. And all of a sudden, the tying run to the plate for Decorah. This is only the 2nd time tonight Decorah has had multiple runners on in a frame. Sean Truin is looking for his first hit of the season. He struck out swinging in the 3rd. Hop up at first, back at 3rd is Smith. In case you're thinking bunt here, Truin squares to bunt and looks at it outside from Troina. 1 ball, no strikes. Truin had a similar situation in Game 1 against Key High the other night. He went after a couple of pitches outside of the zone, while trying to bunt. There's where you got to find that balance in doing what you're told, but not being too proud to take the bunt. Here's Troina fielding the bunt from Truin, a nice one. He'll throw on to Eichenberger at first base, and the sacrifice complete, 1-4. So now runners at second and third with one down. And the batter will be Colin Nimrod. A 3-0 lead for New Hampton. We play the top half of the fifth inning. Nimrod reached on an error in the first and grounded to second in the third. Chickasaw infield will play back at their normal positions. They'll trade the run for the out in this situation as Troina will move to third, and back to the bag diving is Brady Dolly. No count yet on Colin Nimrod. The pitch swung on and missed. Good curveball inside edge. And swinging and missing is Colin Nimrod. No balls, 1 strike to count. Troina kicks and deals, and the pitch hops away from Ferricks to his right. Going to score is Dolly. Up to third is Brighton Meyer. It's a 3-1 ball game. 1 ball, 1 strike on Colin Nimrod as the wild pitch gets the Vikings on the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch to Colin, high and tight. It's 2 balls, 1 strike here. We'll see if Coach O goes through a series of signs here. Troina is working through out of the windup, and I think that's exactly what Coach McDonald is going to tell him to do, because if you work out of the windup here, that will allow Decorah to more easily perhaps put on a suicide squeeze. It's something that Colin Nimrod was pretty good at doing last year. And I think Coach McDonald is going out to Troina and telling him to perhaps work out of the stretch here. Meyer at third, 1 down. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. And Troina will continue to work out of the windup here. Interesting. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch high and tight to Colin Nimrod, and it's 3 balls, 1 strike. Three and 1 the count. Nimrod steps into the right-hand batter's box. Troina ready, 3-1. Swing on, and a little nubber at the plate. Foul. And now it's full. 3-2 the count. Troina out of the windup. 3-2 delivery to Nimrod. Ground ball foul. So we'll do it again at 3 balls, 2 strikes. Dolly and Meyer walked to start the inning. Truin got him over to second and third, and a wild pitch got Dolly home and Meyer to third. 3 balls, 2 strikes to count, and the pitch to Nimrod once again swung on, popped up, shallow right center field. Tangy coming in, out the second baseman Eichenberger. Eichenberger will make the catch. Staying at third is Myers. 2 down here in the 5th inning. So 2 down and a runner at third for Jake Hubden, who sacrificed a runner-up in the first inning and got an infield hit in the third. Hubden does lead the team here in the early season with 6 hits. That one smacked into center field. It'll land for a base hit. A 2-out single for Jake Hubden, and it's now a 3-2 ball game. Hubden knocks in his 4th run of the season, bringing home Brighton Meyer on the leadoff single here in the 5th. Or the 2-out single, I should say, here in the 5th. 2 in, 2 down. Hubden at first. Kyle Keene to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Troina ready, and the pitch to Kane. In there for a strike, 0-1. Kane struck out looking in the first and grounded to third in the third. Kyle, 4 for 12 to start the campaign. 0-1 delivery, swung on a little chopper up the middle. It's going to be fielded at second by Eichenberger. He'll throw on to first base to get Kane by a step, and the side is out here in the fifth inning. 2 runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom half of the fifth inning. It is New Hampton leading Decorah by a 3-2 margin. Vikes get 2 runs in the top of the fifth inning to counter the 2 that New Hampton got in the fourth inning. It's a 3-2 lead for New Hampton. 3 runs, 2 hits, and 1 error for New Hampton. 2 runs, 2 hits, and 2 errors for Decorah. Kyle Kane returning to the hill. He's given up 2 hits and 3 unearned runs to this point, thanks to those 2 Decorah errors. Kyle has thrown 62 pitches through his 4 innings. He's walked 1, and he has struck out 2 to this point. Nathan Anderson was one of the strikeout victims. That happened leading off in the third. And Kyle starts him with pitch low. 1 ball, no strikes. Cole McDonald and Connor Cleveland to follow here in the fifth. This part of the order went down in order in the third. Pitch a strike. It's 1-1. Pitch, ground ball towards the right side. To his left is Brady Dowley. He's able to knock it down and do nothing else. Would have been a tough play, but again, he got to it, but couldn't quite get the out. And yet another leadoff runner reaching for New Hampton. That's happened in 4 of the 5 frames. Runner at first, nobody out for Cole McDonald. 3-2 at New Hampton here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Carry up on the grass at third. McDonald squares to bunt and bunts it foul, third base side. No balls, 1 strike. McDonald singled and scored in the first, grounded to short in the third inning. New Hampton with 1 in the second, 2 in the fourth, and Decorah with 2 in the fifth inning. Carey again up on the grass at third. Severson holds the runner on at first. Kane in for the side from Ashbacker. He'll come set. McDonald squares to bunt, does so right in front of the plate. Kane will cover and throw on to first base, and Dolly for the sacrifice, complete 1-4. And actually, no, the throw must have pulled him off the bag. And they're going to say that McDonald reached there, and now Coach Olenzak is asking Don Delora about the call. I didn't think there was any question there. Delora giving Coach O the explanation. Coach O looking like he needs a couple of Rolaids. So that'll be an E4. So first and second with nobody out, and Connor Cleveland will be the batter. 3-2 New Hampton here in the fifth. Sacrifice in the first and a ground out to short in the third. Cleveland bunts straight up in the air. Kane will make the play and throw on to Severson covering first. The sacrifice will be complete, 1-3. And that time it was a putout. Anderson at third. McDonald at second. Tucker Tangy, who had a sacrifice fly in the first inning and walked and scored in the fourth, will stand in. 3-2 New Hampton here in the bottom of the fifth inning. As the infield coming up for Decorah. Kane comes set, pitch swung on, a fly ball, deep center field, retreating is Jake Upton. He will make the catch. Tagging at third is Nathan Anderson. He will score without a play, and it's a 4-2 lead for New Hampton. 3 of their 4 runs have come via sacrifice flies, and 2 of them off the bat of Tucker Tangy. McDonald moving to third on the play. So after scoring 2 in the top half of this frame, New Hampton gets one of them back. The margin is 2. As Alex Stroina, the now pitcher for New Hampton, will try to help his own cause. Struck out looking in the first, reached on an error and scored in the fourth. And the pitch in there for a strike. It's 0-1. McDonald, the runner at third with 2 down. Infield hit, an error, a sacrifice, and a sacrifice fly got the run home for New Hampton. The pitch outside is 1 ball, 1 strike. One one. Good breaking ball taken on the outside edge for a strike, and it's 1-2. Vikes will have Carey, Ashbacker, and Sweska doing the 6, but work to be done before you get to that point. Here's a ground ball towards second, multiple hopper to Brady Dolly, and he'll throw on to first base to retire Troina, and that's that for the 5th. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left. 5 complete. It's New Hampton leading by a 4-2 margin. Top of the 6th inning we go. It's a 4-2 lead for New Hampton. 1 in the first, 2 in the second, or 2 in the fourth rather, and 1 in the 5th for New Hampton. The Vikes got their 2 runs in the 5th inning. The Decorah Vikings softball team is up in Cresco tonight. The softball team is scoreless going to the 7th inning in game 1 of the doubleheader there. Middle third of the order for Decorah. This part of the order combined 0 for 5 with a hit by pitch. Anthony Troina is the batter, or the pitcher now, and Dustin Carey will be the batter. Struck out looking in the first, grounded to short in the first. The pitch swung on and missed, 0-1. Pitch outside corner for a strike. Good location by Troina. A tough breaking ball on 0-1, so it's no balls, 2 strikes as the lights just been turned on here at Mickelson Park. 0-2 delivery outside corner, strike 3 called. Dustin just mentally struggling right now, both offensively and defensively, although he did have a good outing on the hill against Key High in the first game of the doubleheader on Friday night. And Austin Ashbacker will stand in. 1 down, nobody on. A 4-2 lead for New Hampton here in the 6th, and the first pitch taken high. 1 ball, no strikes. Ashbacker hit by a pitch in the 2nd and grounded to 3rd in the 4th. Cole McDonald threw the first 4 for New Hampton. Troina came in, gave up a couple of runs in the 5th. Another pitch taken low. 2 balls, no strikes. Giving up a hit and 2 walks. Both of those walks have come back to score. In fact, there's been a total of 3 walks in this game, and that has been 3 of the total 6 runs. Pitch at the letters for a strike to Ashbacker. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. 4-2 New Hampton here in the 6th. First of a scheduled doubleheader, but ominous skies in the west here at New Hampton. 2-1 outside for 3 balls, 1 strike. 3-1. Swung on, driven deep down the left field line, and that ball is foul. It left the yard deep in left field. But couldn't stay between the chalk. Best swing of the season there for Ashbacker. 3-2 swung on, popped up foul right side and out of play. It is 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2, ground ball up the middle. To his left is Cole McDonald. He'll pick it up and throw to first base. High throw, and Ashbacker beats it out. Second defensive miscue of the night for New Hampton. The E6 will allow Austin to reach. Bryce will run for him at first base. And the tying run coming to the plate in the person of Cole Sweska. Carry at first, one down. Cole Sweska to the plate, bounced into a fielder's choice in the second, grounded to short in the fourth. A 4-2 lead for New Hampton here in the sixth as the pitch goes outside to Cole Sweska. 1 ball, no strikes. Even with the bag at third is Smith. Pitch taken at the letters for a strike. It is 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1. Fastball swung on and missed. It is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Stretch. 1-2. Outside corner, strike 3 call. 6 strikeout by Decorah batters tonight. And the second one for Troina, both coming in this frame. 2 down, runner at first, Brady Dolly the batter. Struck out, reached on a wild pitch in the second, walked and scored in the fifth. Pitch in there for a strike, nothing in 1.
Hampton now leads Owen that softball game, the first game, 4-0 into 4.
Pitch, a strike.
So trying to settle down here in the top of the sixth after walking the first 2 hitters for Decorah in the top of the fifth.
0-2. Fastball up. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The softball team has taken a 2-0 lead.
1-2 to count.
In the top of the 7th inning up at Cresco, Chelsea Twade a 2-run homer. 1-2 delivery, just missing outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Again, the girls lead over there at the softball complex in their doubleheader first game, 4-0.
Deuce's wild pitch to Brady Dolly sails high for 3 balls, 2 strikes. One thing I've failed to mention is the Decorah boys tennis team finishes their season in 3rd place. That's an epic fail by me. 3-2 runner goes, pitch swung on, driven deep left field. That ball is near the fence. Anderson back, he dives, he can't get there. Scoring easily will be Bryce Pierce on a double by Brady Dolly. It is now a 4-3 ball game. Brady Dolly hit one to the 330 mark and straight away left field. Nathan Anderson, I think, was surprised on how far that ball carried. Dove at the last second, couldn't get there. The ball bounced directly up against the 330 sign and straight away left. Dolly, his second hit of the season, his first RBI. It is now a 4-3 ball game, and Brighton Meyer will bat with the tying run at second base as Meyer looks at a strike, nothing in 1. So an unearned run here in the 6th. Ashbacker reaching on the error. Pierce courtesy running for him and scoring on the double by Brady Dolly. No balls, 1 strike. The 0-1 delivery. Curveball outside corner again for a strike, and it's nothing in 2. It's been interesting and competitive to this point in the ball game, but hasn't been very well played at times tonight. 0-2 delivery, swung on a fly ball into left field. Nathan Anderson is under it. He will make the catch to retire the side, but the Vikes score 1. 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is a 4-3 lead for New Hampton. Kyle Keene has given up 4 unearned runs tonight. He's thrown 74 pitches, walking 1, striking out 2, and giving up only 3 hits. A 4-3 lead for New Hampton. Connor Frericks will lead things off here in the 6th inning. Frericks without an official at bat, hit by a pitch in the 2nd inning and sacrificed a runner up in the 4th. New Hampton 1 in the 1st, 2 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th. Decorah with 2 in the 5th and 1 in the 6th. Frericks swings and fouls the first pitch back. It snowballs 1 strike. Decorah girls softball team leading by a 2-0 margin up at Cresco, top of the 7th inning. Pitch, a little bit low, 1 ball, 1 strike. I apologize for failing to mention it, but the third place team in the state in boys tennis, Decorah, lost a heartbreaker in the semifinals to Fort Dodge St. Edmund today, 5-4. 1-1, sails high for 2 balls, 1 strike. But came back and defeated Boone by a 5-0 margin, so congrats on a great year to Reg Lowerson and the boys tennis program. First time they'd been at Team Tennis State since 01. Swinging a fly ball into right field. Retreating is Brighton Meyer. He'll make the catch in medium to deep right for the first out here in the 6th inning. Retiring the first batter has been a rarity tonight. It's only happened twice in 6 frames against New Hampton. 1 down, nobody on. Kyle Smith, the batter, grounded to short in the 2nd. And reached on got home a run on a sacrifice fly in the 4th. Pitch, a strike, 0-1. 3 of the 4 runs have scored on sacrifice flies for New Hampton. Noah Hopp with the other run on an RBI single in the 4th. Pitch, swing, and a foul back. So it's no balls and 2 strikes now. If you're looking ahead to the 7th for Decorah, it'll be Sean Truan, Colin Nimrod, Jake Hovden. If anyone gets on, Kyle Kane. No balls, 2 strikes. Pitch outside corner, strike 3 called. A good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Kyle Smith. Kyle Kane with his 3rd strikeout. And 5 in a row set down by Kane. That's the longest, or correction, the 2nd longest consecutive batter's retired streak of the game for Kane. He retired the final 3 of the 2nd. And 3 in a row in the 6th. Ground ball off the bat of Hopp. Dolly to his left will pick it up and throw on to first base to retire Hopp, and that's that for the 6th inning. 3 up, 3 down. We head to the 7th. It'll be 9-1-2. Truan, Nimrod, and Hovden for Decorah as the Vikes trail it by a 4-3 margin. Sean Truan will lead things off here in the 7th inning. A 4-3 lead for New Hampton. Truan struck out swinging in the 3rd and sacrificed a runner-up. In fact, 2 runners-up in the 5th. Pitch, swing, and fouled at the plate. No balls and 1 strike. Chickasaw's got a run in the 1st inning. McDonald singled. A sacrifice got him to 2nd. An error got him to 3rd. And a Tucker Tingy sacrifice fly got him home. Curveball low and in. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Chickasaws would add 2 in the 4th inning. Kyle Smith, a sacrifice fly, made it 2-0, and a 2-out RBI single by Noah Hopp made it 3-0. Vikes got 2 in the 5th after they lifted Cole McDonald. Here's ground ball, 1 hopper right back to Troina. He'll throw on to first base to retire Truan. 1 down here in the 7th inning. Wild pitch scored Brady Dolly, and a 2-out RBI single by Jake Hovden scored Brighton Meyer to make it 3-2. Chickasaws got 1 back in the 5th inning on another Tucker Tangy sacrifice fly to score Nathan Anderson. A 2-out RBI double by Brady Dolly in the 6th. Made it 4-3, and that's where we stand as Colin Nimrod smacks one into left. Backhand stop made it shortstop by McDonald. He'll throw on to first base, and the throw caroms by the first baseman Hopp. So Nimrod will go to second base. He'll be in with a head-first slide. So a infield hit for Nimrod, and a McDonald error will move him to second base, and the tying run at second base with the hottest bat in the Decorah lineup, Jake Hovden, coming to the plate. Hovden sacrificed in the 1st, infield hit in the 3rd, 2-out RBI single in the 5th. So he's 2 for 2 and 7 for 12 on the season. One on, runner at second, 4-3 New Hampton here in the seventh. Troina delivers, pitch taken low. It is 1 ball, no strikes. This is Vikings Radio, 1240 KDEC Decorah and KDECradio.net. Darren Swenson from Michelson Park here in New Hampton. Troina ready, 1-0 delivery. Up to Hovden, it's 2 balls, no strikes. With first base open, you don't have to give in to Hovden, but at the same time, you don't want to put that go-ahead run on base on your own either. 2-0 delivery to Hovden, curve ball, missing outside, 3 balls, no strikes. Kyle Kane, the on-deck batter. Cresco has scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th. They have gone to the 8th in softball, 2-2. 3-1 pitch, outside edge for a strike, and it's 3-1 now on Jake Hovden. 4-3 New Hampton. We play the top of the 7th inning. 3 balls, 1 strike. Troina delivers, pitch outside for ball 4. Troina walks his 3rd and 2 1/3. And now Kyle Kane will try to help his own cause. Nimrod, the tying run at second. Hovden, the go-ahead run at first. The batter is Kyle Kane. He struck out looking in the first, grounded to 3rd in the 3rd, grounded to 2nd in the 5th, and Coach McDonald will make a trip to the mound to talk to Troina and his entire infield and battery. A 4-3 lead for New Hampton. At this moment, the deciding run was in the 5th inning on a Tucker Tangy sacrifice fly. Coach McDonald back to the first base dugout. And Kyle Kane will be the batter. He had base hits in his first 3 ball games, but has yet to reach base tonight. Troina comes set, a look around the base pass, and the pitch to Kane swung on and missed as he is ahead of an off-speed offering from Troina. No balls, 1 strike. Nimrod reached with 1 out. An error got him to second base, and Hovden now occupies the then vacant first base after drawing a 5-pitch walk from Troina. 0-1 delivery, swung on and a ground ball toward short. McDonald will go to second, get the runner there. That will be the only out they will get as Kyle Kane reaches on a fielder's choice. Hovden retired 6-4. And Dustin Carey will be the batter. Nimrod at 3rd, Kane at 1st. 2 down, 7th inning. 4-3 lead for New Hampton. Carey 0 for 3. A great time to get out of the schneid he's in to start the season. Pitch to Dustin, swung on and missed at a curveball well outside. No balls, 1 strike. Dustin struck out looking in the 1st, grounded to short in the 4th, and struck out looking again in the 6th. And an offensive timeout asked for by Coach Olenzak. Kyle Kane will now have Bryce Pierce courtesy run for him at first base. Pierce was the courtesy runner for the catcher. I don't believe you can do that. And what you'll have to classify him as a pinch runner in this situation instead of a courtesy runner. So Kane is technically out of the lineup right now. Pierce has replaced him as a pinch runner. And everything's kosher. The runner at third is Nimrod. The runner at first is Kane. No balls, 1 strike on Dustin Carey. Trying to delivers pitch out of the zone and got away from Frericks. Down the line from third is Nimrod. He will score, and we are tied. A wild pitch scores Colin Nimrod. Second run Decorah has scored on a wild pitch. Tonight, it is now a 4-4 ball game. Pierce is the runner at second base, and he represents the tying run. Pitch outside to Carey. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Away from second is Pierce. The stretch by Troyna and the pitch to Dustin, swinging a foul at the plate. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Deuce is wild to number 2. Troyna set in the 2-2 delivery, swung on and missed at a changeup. And that's that for the 7th inning, but the Vikes tied up 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 wild pitch, 1 left. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. It is a 7-7 or a 4-4 ball game. Bottom of the 7th inning, 8-9-1 due for the Chickasaws as Decorah has tied the game with 2 outs. Colin Nimrod scoring on a wild pitch in the 7th inning. It'll be 8-9-1. Noah Eichenberger, Nathan Anderson, and then Cole McDonald for New Hampton. New Hampton with 1 in the first, 2 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth. Decorah 2 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th, and 1 tying run in the 7th. Eichenberger rounded to short in the 2nd, grounded to second in the 4th. First pitch was out of the zone. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch swung on, foul back. Is 1 ball, 1 strike.
Number 8 hitter, number 9 hitter. Here for New Hampton.
Kane ready, 1-1. Curveball taken for a strike, and it's 1-2. Kyle about ready to throw his 86th pitch of the ballgame. 1-2. Curveball smacked into left field and past the diving Nimrod for a base hit. It's only the 4th hit given up by Kyle Kane tonight. And the batter will be Nathan Anderson. Anderson struck out swinging in the 3rd and singled and scored in the 5th. Looks like there will be a pinch runner at first base, and it looks like Trevor Ambrose will be said party. Ambrose will run for Eichenberger at first. Anderson up in perhaps an obvious bunting situation. Guess that probably doesn't make a lot of sense saying perhaps an obvious situation, but nonetheless. Anderson swinging away and fouling the pitch back to the screen. No balls, 1 strike. Nathan struck out swinging in the 3rd, singled and scored in the 5th. Carey up on the near the grass, I should say, at 3rd. Severson holds the runner on at first. 0-1 delivery is low. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Anderson squares to bunt, takes the next one high from Kyle. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. Crestwood has defeated Decorah in 8 in Game 1 of the doubleheader in softball up in Cresco tonight by a 6-3 margin. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch high and tight from Kyle, and it's 3 balls, 1 strike. It's 3-1 now on Anderson with Cole McDonald in the top of the order on deck.
So we'll see if Kyle Kane grooves it in there.
Kyle comes to the pause, 3-1. Taken for a strike on a breaking ball, and it's 3-2. Anderson was squaring to bunt. I'm not sure if perhaps he had a take sign there the way he was squaring, but interesting call. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Anderson bunts up the first base side. Severson picks it up. Keene gets to the bag. Throw to the bag is not in time as it landed in between Severson and Kane. Severson ended up playing the ball. Kane got to the bag but got there late. Anderson laying down a bunt, and it works out for New Hampton. First and second, nobody out. Cole McDonald will be the batter. Winning run at second base for the Chickasaws. McDonald squares to bunt, does so up the third base side. Carey with a bare hand pickup, and he's going to have to eat it. So back-to-back bunt singles after an Eichenberger single to left to start things. And Connor Cleveland will be the batter for New Hampton. And Coach O telling everybody to come in. Bases loaded, nobody out.
Obviously, Decorah will bring their infield in.
Infield going to be up, outfield going to be up, because if you hit it over the head of the outfield, the game is going to be over anyway. Connor Cleveland is 0 for 1 technically. Sacrificed in the first, grounded to short in the third, and sacrificed in the second. Pitch to Connor, swung on, and a fly ball into center field. Jake Hubden will make the catch, tagging at third is Ambrose. The throw to the plate is not in time, and the Chickasaws win game 1 of the doubleheader. Trevor Ambrose scoring on the sacrifice fly by Cleveland. It is a 5-4 victory for New Hampton. 5 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors, and 5 left for New Hampton. 4 runs, 4 hits, 3 errors, and 6 left for Decorah. Keene, the losing pitcher, he is 0-2. Alex Stroina, the winning pitcher for New Hampton, he is 2-0. New Hampton goes to 5-0, 1-0 in conference play. Decorah drops to 1-3 and 0-1 in conference play. We'll have game 2 of the doubleheader in 20 minutes or so here on Vikings Radio 1240 KDEC.